What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another Slapstock Sundays episode. As we look at PWCC Weekly Auction number 123, we have made it to. Our partner, PWCC, has got tons of cards in the auction this week, but the biggest of them all are the NBA cards, as we will be spending a good amount of time looking at the basketball cards in this auction, talking about them, which ones we would rather have versus others, and I'm excited for it. Julian, how has the weekend been so far for you?
Been good, nice and relaxing, and it was an amazing day yesterday. Manchester United beat Manchester City. Man, it was great. Full capacity for our team. Most people are healthy. Finally get to show what we're made of. Hope we keep Ten Hag. Knock Chelsea into the Europa Conference League. Man, it was a great day. And then today, another great performance from McLaren, but more of a boring race, which I think is the overall consensus about that race. Some stuff got to change. But
did you see that this is the first Grand Prix ever that didn't have the starting 10 change spots? Like the final, the final 10 to finish was the exact same as the first 10 to start.
I'm not a fan of if you didn't complete the sector. Carlos Sainz got absolutely bailed out. He would have been at the end, the last car.
Yeah, he got really lucky. I think that they were like one more corner, I think, from completing the first sector, and they moved it back to the first pits or the first safety car line or something like that. They said technically the second safety car line that came before the first one.
Well, I don't have anything against Carlos Sainz, so I'm not going to make a big deal. If it was Lance Stroll, I'd be like starting a petition to sign.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I'm happy for Chuck. He got his first win in Monaco's home race.
After broke the curse. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, many times of bad luck. So good for him. And
you see the running joke? It was the Leclercs back to back.
What?
Did you hear the whole thing with Oscar and the Leclerc family?
No, I did not.
They adopted him. He's like, I wish I had some Monegasque roots, and then they're made him into a temporary Leclerc. So then the running joke for the weekend was that he was the third Leclerc brother.
But why though?
Just because he said he wanted to be like from Monaco, or I don't remember exactly what it was from, but it was hilarious. And even Arthur was getting into it. He's like, my two brothers on the front of the Grand Prix.
Nice, that is pretty funny. But Oscar, I heard that a lot of people think he's gonna win a race here pretty soon. So we shall see. All right, so there's a lot of NBA cards to talk about tonight. What's up, SCP-7? One thing I do want to shout out, as always, is if you have anything selling tonight, if you have a little note to share about the item you're selling, please let us know. We'll pull up the item at some point throughout the show and talk about it and share it and read off your comment on it as well. There's just mega cards ending tonight, per usual. There are some really cool ones that I'm sure we'll touch on later, but I can't start this episode without bringing up this Pele, which I don't know, Julie, if you're pulling this up later. But that patch is something else on that. It is the CBF from the Brazilian kit. Now, this is not a match-worn patch.
If that would have been insane.
I don't even know if they actually had that patch on the match-worn jerseys back from the day when Pele played. But it says signing worn. So even the fact that he wore, a Brazilian kit when signing, obviously they make it known what it is. But it's really cool. It's a really awesome card, Dynasty. A card that was inserted into Baseball Dynasty back in 2016. Imagine opening a Baseball Dynasty box knowing nothing about soccer, pulling a Pele and being like, dude, why didn't I get a Bryce Harper, And just kidding, this card's actually one of the sickest that has probably released in Dynasty Baseball. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Minnesota just went on a crazy run, including an Anthony Edwards massive yam. I don't know who was on Gafford. I don't remember.
It was on Gafford.
But this game is amazing, back and forth action right now, and the entire NBA playoffs have been pretty crazy so far. So, Julian, just overall your thoughts before we jump into the cards on the NBA playoffs, the Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals specifically, and the two series so far. What are you seeing and what are you feeling?
It's looking like it's going to be Celtics Mavs, I think, personally. For sure, the Celtics, man, the Pacers I was pretty disappointed yesterday. I didn't think they were going to have a chance at all with Halliburton out, but they really blew it. I think they had a chance at going up 2-1 for this series through 3 games, and man, they let them come back by a lot. So that series is definitely over. But the Mavs T-Wolves game has been extremely competitive. Been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you got some talented players out there: Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. It's funny that I was mentioning earlier that Kyrie was like, I don't know, Anthony Edwards was excited to guard Kyrie, which was pretty funny. But it's been really entertaining. I haven't tuned into NBA playoffs like this closely in a long time. So yeah, I'm excited for this series, the two series, and then for the championship. I'll definitely be tuning in for that. Some young player is going to be getting their first ring.
Yeah, exactly. That is true, and we'll I'm sure we'll have a lot of coverage on their card market because, as we know, when players kind of get in that spotlight, get their first ring, everyone is hoping for another, and that was myself 3 years ago with Giannis, and to this day we've had 2 now injured playoff series in a row with Giannis, and his cards have definitely trended down because of it. If you're not there in the spotlight at the end of the season, interest is lost. So I would say, one, it's gonna be awesome for whoever does get their first ring. 2, their market is probably gonna get extremely hot for a very short period of time, and then into next season, I'm sure it'll get hot again. And 3, expectations will be built in for another ring in the next 2 to 3 years, and that's how it happens every time. But even Jokic too. How many people thought the Nuggets were going to win again this year, Julian? And then they fell flat and didn't even make the Western Conference Finals. So like, it's going to happen. And if you have cards, either one, be ready to sell players like if it's Tatum or whoever, or Ant or Luka. If you like, if not, then fine. Or be ready to maybe buy, someone who's under the radar right now who didn't get their first finals. It's up to you in the end, obviously, what you do. What's up, Real Music? Good to see you. So before talking about some of these cards, let's highlight something from SCP-7, Mickey Mantle, PSA 7. And he says, pack pulled by myself from 1969. Sorry. Oh, are you sure it's not this one, the 69? Wait, no, that's not it. Excuse me, 66. There's two PSA 7s. My bad. 1966 Mickey Mantle, PSA 7 with the S Superior Eye Appeal, which is the top 5% of copies dictated by PWCC. And it's at 900 right now, but that is a crazy card to pull. I mean, was this back in 66? Was this I don't know if you found the pack a couple years after that, but SCP, it's an amazing card, and congratulations. I mean, on pulling that and keeping it this long and keeping it in that nice a condition. I mean, a 7 is nothing to be upset about from 66, especially when you get the Superior Eye Appeal, which, as we know, that can definitely make the cards way more desirable. We've seen with like Jordans that were, S Superior and stuff like that. So this might be one of the coolest cards, Julian, that we had commented that's been up for sale.
Yeah, seriously. And his comment, seniority status, yeah, that basically makes you a legend. And I have to agree. The fact that it's in that good condition is as impressive that you pulled it.
Yeah, I mean, and I assume that you got this graded like at least sometime recently, not like even if you got it graded in the year like 1995. I mean, this isn't a slab from the late 1990s from PSA, but even if you did, you have had it kept in good condition that long. That's impressive, SCP. I wonder if you have anything else going on for sale in the coming weeks.
Anything else you holding on to?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just pretty awesome. I mean, it's super awesome. So congratulations, and you love to see it, truly. All right.
The great through the boys at the Indie Card Exchange. Great guys.
Yeah, amazing people. We're going to the Midwest Monster within 2 weeks, actually, or so, 2.5 weeks. It's crazy how fast it's coming up, and that means that the National is right around the corner too, which is also coming up. And I'm feeling on overload now on the Sunday night stream, which is normally pretty relaxing. All right, let's start at the top. We're going to work our way down. We're not going to highlight every single basketball card in the auction. We're just going to highlight a few. But Julian, if you today had to make the bet, even removing like the playoffs implications this exact second, but like you're like 5 years, I'm holding the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rookie patch auto up 99, BGS 9.5, obviously one of his most marquee cards. By the way, love the photo that they chose for that. This is a balling card. Or the Prism Anthony Edwards black gold out of 5 BGS 9. Which one are you betting on over the next 5 years, player and card wise?
I'm taking the true NTRP any day. That card is so sick. Shai, both these players, phenomenal players. Now, if you're talking from a player perspective, who I'd rather have, I might say Anthony Edwards, just because I am a really big fan of him as well, and he plays defense, super explosive, funny guy. I think you can't go wrong with either player because they're both going to be the faces of the NBA going forward. But out of these two cards, I think a true RPA out of 99 will hold up better than a black gold out of 5, especially when you have like the golds and then the 1-of-1s. So I would probably go with that.
Yeah, for me, it's like the black golds out of 5 were added in 2018, and I've never been really a crazy fan of it. Like everyone would rather have either the gold out of 10, I feel, or which they would, or the black 101. Obviously, it's kind of like that one that sits in the middle where some people are like, should it be super valuable? Should it not be super valuable? Does it really fall in like the desired parallel category? I'm sure for some people it is. For me, it's not. I wouldn't really want this card if it was even my favorite player. I'd rather buy something different, which just lends me to say like this is going to stand the test of time. This Shea card. Now him standing the test of time is a different situation, but I would also say that he's probably going to be the star player on that Thunder team for the next 5 to 10 years, and they're going to be in the mix of deep Western Conference runs for the next 5 to 10 years. Then maybe not 10 years. You can't predict 5 years. I'd say the next 5 years we can definitely see them making it for that long.
Funny comment, just to interrupt real quick. Real Music said, anybody catch Indy 500? Was the first one pretty crazy compared to F1? And yeah, I mean,
he said his first one.
His first. But yeah, I know Aaron texted me and was like, you got to turn this on because it was pretty entertaining. So you watched a little bit more than me, but I remember watching that first like highlights with your dad when he was like, you got to watch his IndyCar race. And the funniest thing to me is the pit stops, man. When you're so used to Formula One and like the organization, like you do one little thing wrong, 10-second penalty. There's people like running into tires and like the pit crew like dodging out of the way. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. You got to feel for McLaren because right at the end, like photo finish.
Yeah, Alex Palou, I think two out of the last 3 years placed second place, and today, like I think that they were like talking a lot in the last 2 to 3 laps. He's like playing the strategy, like they thought he was playing the strategy perfect to like get him on 2 last corners and just beat him out the rest of the race. But there's obviously 1 corner too soon because Newgard, I believe his name is, won 2 straight years now, which is the first back-to-back Indy 500 winner since 2001. Which is, I mean, that's a long time now, over 20 years since there was a back-to-back. Dude, who was that? That wasn't Kyrie. Someone just had an incredible finish there. But either way, it was a great race. I didn't watch the entire thing because 200 laps is a lot to watch, but I definitely was checking in and out throughout the entire thing and watched the last like 50 laps because it goes pretty fast actually there, 50 laps. Yeah, it was a great finish. And it was really exciting to see Newgard be really excited and jump into the crowd. I mean, that was pretty sweet. And it reminded me of like when – in soccer, when you score a huge goal and they run and jump into the crowd, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. For me, I was like, he's running. I'm like, surely, like he's going to his wife. And then I found it hilarious. He's like running up the bleachers steps, and everyone's like mobbing him.
People are dumping beer on him, and it's pretty funny.
That was great. It was very entertaining. So if anybody hasn't watched any IndyCar, definitely like see the highlights from the end. And then I thought it was funny. Zach Brown was there. Like, did he was in Monaco? I'm assuming. Like,
yeah, I don't know if he was in Monaco. I think he actually has to choose between it. I remember last year he had to choose between going to Monaco or Indy based on how he felt the team would do, like either team. But honestly, McLaren has been doing so well in F1. I'm shocked that he wasn't.
He probably assumed like they were going to qualify well, and then it was just going to stay.
Yeah, true. He was at qualifying on Saturday, and then that was it. So he did go. He does. I know he does do like some stuff for each team, which is pretty cool. He's definitely got a lot to do as the CEO. It's not just the F1, CEO. He a dog, and they have a I think they had a E series. I don't know if they still do that.
McLaren's in everything. Like they definitely do. Yeah.
No, I'm not even saying McLaren necessarily. I'm just talking about the actual the what am I looking for, like this the circuit in general. Like do people? I don't know if they still run that.
Gotcha.
And then they also have I think the new F1 Academy too. They do for sure have the new F1 Academy. I remember that the women was there when Lando won. So yeah, they do a lot, and yeah, he's a CEO of all of it. So he has to dedicate his time to all the different operations. All right, we're not going to go back and forth between these two because I do want to bring up something here though. Is that if you do look at the title of this, it says Shea Gilgeous-Alexander Rookie Auto Patch 101 BGS9, which you would assume if you look at the front of this that this is actually the platinum serial number 1 of 1. This is not. Funny enough, this is a platinum parallel though. Julian, a lot of times when we see white box or black box cards, they're not actually one of one sometimes, you know, where it's like an 25, that's not serial number, but there's the sticker on the back. This was actually built to be a one of one, but it was like an extra, like a copy just in case one was destroyed or something, that they then released through the white boxes for the redemption stuff. Now, on one hand, I'm kind of like, this is kind of lame. Like, not even just the card all. Like, why is Panini taking these cards that are not meant to be pack issued and then reissuing them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that that's the whole theory behind it's kind of lame. On the other hand, it's like, you're telling me that someone traded in like $100 worth of redemptions or $500 worth of redemptions and pulled this card? Could you imagine that, Julian? Like 5 years later, you're like, oh, I wonder what those white boxes I opened. Oh, it's a $20,000 Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Like,
yeah, it's a interesting conversation because you have to think like, would you rather have this or like an out of 99 that's stamped one of one, right? So
yeah.
I can see both sides. I do kind of prefer the one of one, like it being a one of one. But you have to make it very clear that it's not like the true one of one, and as they do it on the back. So it's quite the conversation you can have. But there a lot of white box and black box cards I wouldn't really like have any interest in. But this is probably one of the few where I'd make an exception. If it was cheaper, like I had the opportunity to buy it, obviously I'm not going to be buying this. Maybe Aaron will, but
no, I won't be buying this either. I would say like, you know, if you just are like a collector of high-end cards, you know, I want to own something that resembles a one-of-one Shea, like by all means get this for like 10% of the cost, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's not really something I would look for, even if it was a more affordable card or something like that. I just think there's plenty of, you know, pack issued cards like a flawless 25 vertical patch auto, which was opened out of a flawless briefcase. You know, like I'd rather have this card for the value. It's a good comparison to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that a lot. That this flawless with the 4-color patch. It's like the ribbon down the side of the jersey. I think it's from. And the other thing about flawless too, game used patches. Like every day of the week, I'd rather have this flawless 25 BGS 9.5 over the white box BGS 9. How about you, Julian?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Even me personally, but then also based on the market. Like when I go to card shows, it's a white box. I feel like most people are not as interested anymore.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, even, yeah, if someone walked a white box up to my booth, I would just, you know, respectfully pass. What I would do. But this is a pretty crazy card to see here. I'm actually shocked that this isn't more valuable. I don't know how many people are that into like finding the first productions of sets, but this is the first ever Optic produced set, 2016 Optic basketball. I guess at the football, I don't know when the football released versus the basketball, but this year was the start of it for football and basketball. This is the gold vinyl one of Steph Curry. Like, I don't know if I think the BGS case is extremely scuffed, which definitely takes away from the eye appeal of this card. But I imagine you could get this reslabbed wherever you want and it'll look a lot better. The point is, though, is that like $6,750 is no cheap number. Like, I understand, like that's expensive for anyone to afford. But when you're talking about like top tier Steph Curry cards, there's a lot of really wealthy Steph Curry collectors out there. As we know, those cards are extremely expensive. So I feel like this is a card where we might see an extended bidding. It goes over 10K. We've seen times where we highlight cards early in the episode that then end up like, you know, doubling or tripling in price.
We're like, this is real cheap. Back around $20,000. Yeah,
exactly. That's definitely happened before. And this game is crazy, man. Back and forth, 92-92. Kyrie just tied it up off of a 3. Man, Minnesota has to get this game. Without this game, the series is cooked. No team has ever come back down from 3-0 in the NBA, right? I mean, it's happened in the AHL, but I don't think it's happened in the NBA.
I don't think so. That's just too hard.
Yeah, exactly. All right. There's that black shimmer Evan Mobley. Didn't this sell at one point? Or was that like a gold PSA 10 or something? I can't remember.
I was thinking that too. There was some big Evan Mobley.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about what like it used to sell for. Dude, Kyrie is cooking. This is crazy. But yeah, Tatum is Tatum. So here's the thing about Tatum is that like I feel like he's every other game, like the star versus not the star, and that's why I feel like. And you've watched the games more than I have these last couple with the Celtics. He had a good game yesterday. Didn't he drop like 38 points or something?
Yeah. The only thing was like, it was around there.
And then but Brown dropped 40 the game before that. Brown had the huge shot the game before that.
Yeah.
So you know, obviously it's just kind of like.
That's why that team is just so dangerous. Is they have so many guys that can step up, and they don't even have Kristaps. Like, imagine he comes back.
I think if they don't win the title this year, it's a failure, like completely.
Yeah.
Like you have if the Mavericks win this game, you likely have a 5 seed, the Mavericks making it, or like really Kyrie and Luka are carrying them right now. And you have other supporting players. Oh my gosh. Our supporting players like Gafford too is playing really well. Luka just made this unbelievable step back there. I cannot believe how this game, it's insane. It's back and forth and back and forth. Crazy action. I don't know who's watching. I'm sure once this game ends, we'll see more people join our stream, but who's watching this right now and watching the stream too, because this is unbelievable what's happening here. And I can't believe how good all these guys are. What?
What's the score?
It's 97-96 Mavericks. Okay. And Luka just hit this his step back three. One thing I want to highlight about Luka, considering we have a Luka card sitting here right now, it's a gold certified potential auto. I didn't watch a whole lot of NBA like that wasn't the Bucks this year. My time at this moment is kind of taken up by breaking and watching Milwaukee sports teams. So I do try to tune into like marquee matchups in the regular season when I can, but I am absolutely like impressed by what Luka did this year. I know he didn't win MVP, but the fact that he increased his 3-point percentage to 38% when he's like pretty much been a career like 31 to 35% shooter, and increases attempts per game too by 2.5. He's shooting, oh my gosh, this game is nuts. Read with the poster. He's shooting 10.6 threes a game and hitting 38% of them. I never really thought of Luka as a high percentage 3-point shooter, but if you're shooting 10 threes a game and knocking down 38%, especially off of like the shots he's taking, which are not like wide open catch and shoots, as we know, like that's impressive as heck. So I think this year out of all the years, I know Julian's been talking about how you've been, happier maybe with watching him play versus him complaining all the time. I haven't watched him enough to maybe understand that, but I just looking at the stats, it's like he's really, increases efficiency a lot. And his free throw percentage is also a career high. So props to him. His cards are deservingly extremely expensive.
Yeah, I think he's just matured a lot as a player, because I've watched a decent amount of him. I love to watch him. And I was making this comment earlier to my uncle who was here watching the game with me, because he's not a big basketball fan. It's just even more impressive, and this isn't taking away from the other guys, but you've got like a James Harden or a Russell Westbrook that are like just so explosive, and that adds to their games. Like Luka is not known as the guy who's going to go down and posterize you like every one, and like that, and he's still putting up those crazy numbers. It just shows how skilled he is.
The thing about Luka is like you said, so skilled, dude. I've never seen a player be able to like not use speed and get to places so fast. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like he gets exactly where he wants to go so fast, but it's not because of speed. It's like his timing. It's
like it's coming, but he's still like you can't stop it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like oh my gosh, my friends hate Kyle Anderson. You know who that is?
He cracks me up how slow he is.
My friends can't stand it. They call him slow mo. I mean, I'm sure that's what everyone calls him. Like, but
too funny.
He just scored like 4 points in the last like couple minutes. Just drove on Luka and pulled off a spin move on him. There's a really nice Wemby in here. Unfortunately, I think as most of us, we kind of get gun shy when it comes to PSA authentic slabs. A lot of the time wondering what actually kept this card from getting a numerical grade by the person that submitted it. Is it something that makes it a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, or just a 7 that a lot of people, I just hear like rule of thumb for people. Well, I go authentic if it's not an 8, or better. Which in the end, like I don't really, I wouldn't want my slab to sell as an authentic. I feel like more people would not want to buy it knowing that not knowing what the potential issue is than knowing what maybe the issue is, or like what the level of issue is. And it's really hard to get the color autos of Bowman Chrome U, by the way. He only signed, it was like yellow out of 75, green out of 99, gold out of 50, orange out of 25, red out of 5, and super fractor 101. So there's not that many color autos of Wemby from Bowman Chrome U first. In the end, and it's so much easier to pull the base, clearly, for the reasons I just said. We opened lots of cases between last year and this year, probably have hit like 4 to 5 Wemby autos. All are the base.
Yeah.
So in the end, I know exactly what these cases are worth on the market today because I've just paid attention to it because I'm a huge Bowman U guy. I actually have a case myself. And if you're considering spending $4,500 to $4,800 to rip a case to get a Wemby auto or to buy a color auto like this, now I know it's authentic, but shoot, I'd rather have this. I mean, just give me the color auto.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Like it's a nice card. And it's also like kind of a color match. They got yellow in his French team colors there.
Yeah.
But cool one. Chet's pretty cool out of 3. Nike logo.
Nike.
Julian, talk to me about this one. How do you feel about this Black Prism 1-of-1 PSA 7 of Zion?
Yeah, it's already too much, but I'm just getting flashbacks of the Anthony Edwards that went for 20. Every time I see this card now, like anything that resembles it, kind of, I'm gonna think of that card. But yeah, I mean, people love we've talked about the hobby loves the 1-of-1. You can stamp a card 1-of-1 and it'll surpass what your wildest dreams could imagine for cards. But yeah, a lot of money for a 1-of-1 that I don't think most people would be interested in. And it's obviously going to the next window, so we might loop back around and be one of those cards again where it's at 10K. I hope not. I really hope not, but
it could be. And in the end, like there's plenty of people who collect Black Prisms. I'm not one that actually likes them. I mean, if you think about like when you talk about like Topps cards, like the Superfractor and 1-of-1, it tells you it like appears a 1-of-1, right? It shows you it's a 1-of-1. You look at the front of this thing and you're like, what they do is print like they released Prism Black. Remember when they released Prism Black or whatever, or put in the Chronicles? It looks like the same to me.
Yeah,
I just never been a crazy fan of the black parallels. I've never
1-of-1 got to be like, oh, I love that. I see a Superfractor, I'm going crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And I know everyone's got their own thing, so I'm sure some people love them, and that's totally good. There is a Paige Becker's 1-of-1 auto masterpiece. I saw that in here, the Superfractor. Pretty cool one. I don't want it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, nice card.
It kind of shocks me how low this flawless Kawhi is, honestly. Like, I understand that he's been injured and stuff, but
yeah.
Let's see here. He actually ended up missing some more playoff games this year, too. Just can't stay healthy.
No.
The PSI 10 on that card did like 2.5K, but it's a raw after all these years, so it's probably raw for a reason. That was also in 2023. It hasn't sold in a long time. Some other cool one. Oh, my gosh. Did you see this Kaboom? I thought he was like Spider-Man for a second.
Yeah, some of the earlier Kabooms, the poses are hilarious. And sometimes, I mean, like there was one last week, I think, with Steve Nash, where I was like, yo, that's an interesting card.
Yeah. They I mean, I know a lot of people like the Kabooms when they actually were like they were actually because they actually had artists make them, I think, versus it just being like a AI rendering almost, like a Photoshop rendering.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, like some of them do look kind of goofy. But now when you kind of get all the Kabooms year after year after year, like it's hard to really find reasons to like one over the other, especially harder when they all get 8s because the centering is terrible or worse. But here's my other question for you for Kabooms. Do you like that they've been running with this for a while? Let me go see if there's any other Kabooms in this auction. I'm sure there are that I can pull up. There actually are some really good Kabooms in this week or next week. Like there's a LeBron from 2013, which is the first year of Kabooms. Okay, so they have now leaned fully into this pattern for Kabooms.
Yeah.
Where it's like the mini explosions. Do you prefer the normal one or the first ones that were kind of like one big blast?
Yeah, first one 100%.
Yeah.
The other one kind of reminds me of those like plastic scopes you get as a kid that you could like look into and they'd have like the what I'm talking about?
Kaleidoscope thing.
Yeah, like not a big fan.
Yeah.
Now I know like it's a tough situation for any card company where you kind of have to change it up a little bit because you don't want the same thing every year, but some of the changes not a big fan of. So I definitely go for
I would say that like if they had like a timing behind it where it was like every 4 years, every 3 years they like change what the Kabooms look like, that would be cool because you're like, oh, I have a Kaboom from the 2018 to 2021 run. Like I think if they had some way to like kind of switch up each time with obviously hoping that they have good designs for all the different changes. But you're right. Like eventually, especially when it comes to like having like Giannis and Kaboom sets for like 4 straight years. Well, it's like some of them just start to not really look much different. So I think that'd be a cool change that Panini did that. I'd be a fan.
Question from Real Music: Kabooms or Downtowns? What do you guys like more? Now I have just a hot take for like currently like recent productions. I think the Downtowns have always been cool and they add in really cool stuff, but certainly for the more recent stuff, I'm taking the Downtowns just because I'm not a big fan of the Kaboom design, but overall, like you have like the best downtowns and the best Kabooms. I'm probably taking the Kabooms.
Yeah, and I guess
this card is so sick. Black
it depends. Colin Anderson's going off. It depends on, first of all, like what it is, right? Like Panini has done something with downtowns where it's like they're through Cornerstones in 2018, they're through Studio to start, then they make their way to Optic, or they through this, through that. Downers, clearly Downers. I'll say this: I'll pass on all Downers Kabooms from football. I like the basketball ones. I think that some of the Optic ones from football can look good, but the basketball ones that they started to do, where it's like in Panini 1-in-1, been a massive fan. I think if they really do crush these designs, bring out a lot of the city elements, and this is Jabari Smith for Houston. I remember that they made a Giannis one in 2017 Cornerstones. I just loved. I did own it at one point. Maybe I'll get it back someday, but like I do like them overall. I do like the, admittedly the basketball ones more. That's still released today. It doesn't have to be a Studio or Cornerstones one. The Panini 1-in-1 is what I like over the football. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean those are really sweet. And then you passed a couple of them, but like the first year of downtowns where that's just perfect. But I feel like first year of most stuff.
Like here's like the Russell Westbrook. Like oftentimes you do get the best. I mean, it's maybe a nostalgic thing too, but like just the best designs like right away. Like it's like that's like the initial like brain blast idea,
Yeah, I would say on the flip side is for the downtowns in general, I think that the changes have been pretty good. Like I like the interesting stuff they've thrown in and how it's taken up more of the canvas, but there are some funny ones where I'm like, yo, what is that in the picture?
Look at what someone's selling next week though. Jerry Wright's 1-of-1 white sparkle downtown. I didn't really realize that there were 1-of-1 white sparkle from the Super Bowl one, Super Bowl 23, downtown white sparkle. Pretty crazy. I mean, like pretty crazy. Jay-Z gold 39 from Finance Basketball. I was
not a fan.
I was like, Julian, should I buy it? Damian Lillard.
No, please no.
Prismania.
No.
Yeah, $450 for that. I'll pass. They are actually super rare, like much more rare than I thought at first. But like, I don't need like a fathead Damian Lillard. And dude, I cannot believe how much this is. Jabari Parker out of 5 logo man. Dude, he was like just unfortunately towards ACL really early on.
I literally looked him up the other day too. He came out and I'm like, I know he's not in the NBA. I wonder where he is. He's playing for Barcelona.
Oh, nice. But yeah, he was recently. He like came back to the Bucks for training camp and then got cut after the training camp or whatever, or during preseason. But yeah, I love this one. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Panini 1-in-1 timeless moments. Once again, another great insert set they added. Silver ink. This is one of the best I've actually seen. I'm not going to lie. Yes, some Bucks bias here, but you get a Kareem skyhook over Will Chamberlain. How cool is this card, Julian?
Very cool. You get 2 absolutely historic players doing a signature shot over.
I'm not going to lie. That seems way too cheap to me.
Slap black card. Come on, let's get it.
First of all, black card's not a thing. If there was a black card, it wouldn't even be needed for this. So that's how like affordable it is compared to like what normally these things would sell for. I think that I might have to actually go ahead and take a swing at this.
I agree. I totally back the spending of the money.
Julian approved. Yeah, I might drop a bit, honestly.
It does seem really cheap.
Way cooler than the Lakers one. Probably because it's the Bucks card, but honestly, I don't care. I love that. My cards are cheaper now because of that. We'll see. We'll see if I get it. Taking a stab at. All right. Cool. Julian, anything to end off? Oh, wow. I have to say, this card right here, I know that he's injured right now. I don't know if he's supposed to be coming back in time for the finals.
He is, apparently.
Dude,
I think that because it's nothing major. I think it was just like something small.
Okay, well, if anyone out there likes to take a stab at a card, a Kristaps Porzingis Galactic, these are super rare. Excuse me. It's a legit rookie card. There's been like 2 of these to sell since, I don't know, 2019. The last one was a BGS 9 for 120 last year. I would just say for $64, there's a ton of worse cards. And it's coming from a Bucks fan where like super rare if he has a big game in the finals and people like think that he's making a difference for them win the championship. This is for sure. I mean, it might even sell for $200 tonight, honestly, but it's for sure over $200, in my opinion. Of course, that's just my opinion. All right, we got 5 minutes left until the first extended bidding window ends. Everyone, make sure you check out cards you're interested in now in case they're going to time out. Julian, before we get on to talking about some of the cards that you were looking at tonight, I want to just go and take a quick peek at some of the cards on the lower end of the spectrum here, as I have been doing a lot of talking and not so much looking as of right now. Wizard Robin Auto. We have 107 Dallas and 104 Minnesota. I must have just missed the 3.
I saw the Mavs dudes were dancing on the bench, so I'm assuming so.
Yeah, probably. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Oh, they're at the game?
Well, Mahomes is a partial owner, I think. He sits courtside like all these games.
For Minnesota?
No, for Dallas.
Oh, for Dallas.
They're in Dallas. Or at least I'm pretty sure that he was like a partial
I
owner.
might have known that.
Yeah.
I think they were in Monaco for – that's why Pierre Gasly got points.
That is 100% why Pierre Gasly got points. Never come back to race again, please. Oh, that seems like a nice buy. Oh, I really like that one.
Brew or something. The colors.
No, it does look like it, but it's Julio. It's like their City Connect jerseys with like the really cool like aquatic, like the trident. I was gonna say.
Hello, HPC. How we doing?
Yeah, I'm currently looking up this Julio to see if it's worth a snag, but I'm not sure if it is. Still searching. Yeah, what's up, HPC? How we doing? Yeah, that's Henry. We got 3 minutes left in this window. Oh my, Dylan Carlson, red auto out of 5. I'm sure that card used to be a multi-$1,000 card. He fell off hard for the Cardinals. Speaking of the Cardinals, did that game ever start? That thing was rain delayed 2 days in a row. It did start. The Cubs and Cardinals were on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. It's supposed to start at 6 o'clock. It's only in the middle of the third. It's 9:30.
Yikes.
Clearly a lot of storms going on. Julian, are you yourself bidding on anything? You don't have to share right now. I was just curious.
I'm eyeing some stuff. You know, right now there's a bunch of stuff that looks good in price, but then there's always that person who comes in and snipes it. So like I'm waiting before I get my hopes up, but I am eyeing some stuff because
okay, so
I'm
he's
taking the approach from last week. I got to do more of the like you're doing the 100 and under, where I'm looking at some nice stuff.
Yeah, last week there was definitely some nice ones.
There's a couple over 100 too. You know, maybe I'll pull an Aaron by.
We'll see what ends up happening. Anyone else looking at anything? Feel free to share. I personally am just doing some checking on some cards, as I'm not going to win that one now. We have 1.5 minutes. Esteban Ocon, I will never buy a card of you again.
Dude.
A lot of people
can't stand that guy.
A lot of people are so out on him, bro. Like, for good reason. Do you see the Balotelli auto?
No.
Yeah, there's a Futera Balotelli auto at $33.
Yeah, dude cracks me up.
Oh, I need that print. Oh, super cool RG3 out of 10. Dude, it's so crazy sometimes looking at some of these players that like faded away, like Le'Veon Bell. He just boxed yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
You checked in on that?
Not really. That the influencer stuff, unless it's like super big and I'm like, okay, this might be interesting, I might check in. But I did see he was fighting, and Antonio Brown was like came into the locker room. I'm like, dude.
He walked out with them.
Antonio Brown, don't get any ideas.
Yeah, seriously. Ooh, I might toss a little bit on this one for a giveaway. Elijah Green. I mean, he used to be a really highly rated draft prospect, and maybe a little snag in hopes of turning it around. Maybe it can increase in price if he gets his prospect trajectory back in course. So let's
What
see if we can get a
happened?
bid here for. I don't think he performed last year as people were hoping for. He released in I think it might have been the exact same set as Churio's first Bowman, and I want to say it was the same set. No, maybe it was draft. It's the same set as Holiday's first Bowman. Yeah, his stats are just atrocious. No wonder it's so cheap. He's hitting like
Prospecting, man. Dangerous
hitting
game.
like he's hitting like 176 right now. But then again, like some players break out of it if they have the talent, as Vinny said, and it works out. Now that's not to say that happens for everyone, as we know, but it could. And I guess we'll see if it does for Elijah Green. Maybe we get that snag and then we can find out. I'm very excited about a couple of cards ending, so I'm gonna keep tabs on those as we then turn over to Julian to highlight some of his favorite cards. So I just wanted to do some looking, but now we go to Julian. Julian, what do we got?
Thank you. All right. Nice card that I think is pretty cheap, honestly, right now. That on the theme of basketball. There's a 2004 Ultimate Collection 5-player auto. We got LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kevin Garnett, and I think it was Ben Wallace was the last one.
There we go.
Super sweet. I mean,
LeBron's on the back of the card.
yeah. Like,
oh wait. Sorry, I didn't flip it. There we go. Now I get it.
Is. Yeah, LeBron is on the back of the card. 5 like pretty great players, and $2,500 for all of them seems a little cheap for me. I know I'm assuming it's not on card autos.
No, they're not. They're stickers for sure, but
still, like the amount of great players on there, you can compare to some monitor cards. Like I'd much rather have this than some of the ones that are super high up. So I thought that this was I scrolled by and I was like LeBron James, like who else is on there? And then like, okay, I'm waiting for like a really bad player to be on here, and it didn't come up. So
nice. To be fair, like this card for that price is pretty insane because if you think about this, all those players have got a place in like basketball history for one reason or another. Some of them being like the best players at their specific position or one of the best with like Olajuwon, LeBron, and KG, and then Jason Kidd was obviously very impactful in his playing days. And Ben Wallace, won a championship with the Pistons. So pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
What's next?
Sneaky one. Can't not highlight the Lando Norris 1 of 1. Ended up selling for $2,200. And I mean, I love the design of this year's Dynasty. And Lando Norris, I've been saying it, future world champion. We're getting closer to making it true.
So you say that, but guess who can actually challenge us here now? Mr. Chuck, bro. He's like right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I just think that, I mean, this is more towards anybody. Like, there's a real possibility that Max is going to have competition, which thank goodness, man. Like besides Checo, we know Checo's not going to be competing for that.
I know, but it's really good to see.
It's getting fun. I was really not excited after the first couple races, but we've had more like non-Max winners like this season to start than I feel like it's been in eons.
For sure. I mean, it's been 3 now. Sainz, Lando,
3 years. But I thought this card's super sick. Love Lando. Had a really great season. He's 3rd in the standings right now, I believe. Jumped up 1. So the gap's real close to Max. I think it's like 30 or 40 points between first and second, which might seem like a lot, but first place gets 25 points for finishing, and then it's 18. So I'm excited. I've been loving the races. Monaco just a little slow for me, but everything else I've been super excited, and I've been getting up to watch.
Yeah. I only caught the first part of the race today, which is honestly the most exciting part. But it is always just the cars are way too big now, for the track size. And man, Luka's really got that magic, dude. He really does. It's 113 to 105 now. They just went on this insane run to end this game, and Luka just had this crazy lob to do. Gafford's been a game changer for them.
Dude, he's so good.
He really has been. Did he come over from you guys?
Yep.
Bro, Ronald Acuna tore his ACL out for the rest of the year. Oh, wow. My. Yep. Bro, watch this, dude. Crazy, man. Crazy. Stinks.
It's fun to see all the list the Bulls players that are thriving, who had left.
Yeah. All right. What's next, sir? What's next?
We have you mentioned the Page Backers. I thought that was a super sweet card. We don't really need to bring that up again. Superfractor, one that could skyrocket in price. There's a Corbin Carroll 2019 Bowman Chrome draft green auto out of 99. Now I haven't done looking into what this was at one point, but I'm sure it was much higher than what it is.
It was for sure much higher than what it was.
But he's the type of player that I would take a risk on just because he was amazing last year, and I don't really think it's necessarily the rest of the league figured him out, as opposed to like just some natural struggles. So I think he's going to be fine. I'm not too worried about him. And anytime you can get one of those first autos for a guy that you believe in and for cheap, I think it's worth a play.
Yeah, I mean, personally, like I'm just like worried in general based off of like the production is not only like bad, it's like atrocious, but on the bright side, like he's still a pretty effective baseball player. Like the fact that he has a negative 0.2 WAR is insanely impressive when you consider that he has a 57 OPS plus, which is awful. So like he's still effective. Like obviously he's a little bit less than average per the WAR stat, but like he's way worse than average for hitting. So if you can just get the hitting like even semi better, I mean, it's just sad when you look at his career numbers now. Like last year at post his rookie of the year season, that man at that age, 23 years old or whatever, with that good of career numbers already, it was insane. 25 home runs, 57 stolen bases, 54 stolen bases, an 868 OPS last year. And now this year he's just tanked him. He's now 790 OPS, 260 average for his career. So hopefully he can get those things back up. He can affect his stats this year pretty quickly if he puts together a good stretch. So hopefully he does as one that has his first Bowman Superfractor, not auto. Need to see it here soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Next up, I love this card. Think it's a little too much for me, but everybody loves inscriptions. The George Kittle 2020 National Treasures.
I was wondering if you're going to pull this up. I didn't get to showing because we're going through all the basketball stuff.
So sick.
I was wondering if this is one of your favorites.
Amazing.
Dude, that's expensive, but I get why. I mean, people love
inscriptions.
I get
why, 100%. And I know I think you said at the industry conference they're going to try and get like some more player personality into the cards with some inscriptions, and everyone loves the inscriptions, which is shown by the price. But he's a hilarious guy, and he's got great personality, and shows through this card. And the people's tight end. I love George Kittle.
So what is that? Like, is that like, I like, did he just write that down, or do people reference him as that?
No, I mean he references himself as like the people's tight end, and he's a big like obviously pushing for the tight ends and the national tight end day or whatever, but he is the people's tight end,
Got it. Yeah. Not Travis Kelce.
Yeah, not Travis.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
All right, I got the giveaway for $18. So yeah, he's been struggling, Elijah Green, but super flyer. Someone's gonna get a nice orange on-card auto out of 75 for a giveaway tonight. I'm glad I already locked up the giveaway. Now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do to win some items here. Have you been at anything yet?
I have.
Okay, I have two. I might win one right now. I'm going to lose the Kareem. I don't think I'm going to go back in on that. It's getting a little bit too pricey for me now. It's a cool card, but
kind of kicking myself. I missed one, which I'll probably.
What do you miss?
There was a Valtteri Bottas 2020 Dynasty out of 5 single patch.
Yeah.
Ended for $396. Now you might be thinking like Valtteri Bottas hasn't really done anything, and you'd be right.
Yeah, but Sauber stinks right now. They're terrible.
They're actually terrible. I could see him going to Williams and doing something, and all he needs is a little something. Because right now, I think it doesn't get much lower than this. Because, like when you think of competitive teams, Sauber's probably near the bottom of the list in terms of like having a possibility of doing something. So I mean, 2020 Dynasty, love it. He's in his Mercedes thing. This card was probably like multi-$1,000 when he was still on Mercedes. But first year Dynasty, I was not paying attention. I should have pulled the trigger on this.
It's pretty sweet card. Pretty sweet card. Nice logo as well. Any other cards for you to highlight, or is that the last one?
Oh, let's see. I could probably I got one more. We have a Cristiano Ronaldo 2022 Finest the Man Gold.
What's up, Big John?
In his sporting jersey.
Yeah.
I think this card's super sick. Now I like the man design this year a little bit better, and I've talked about that a little bit. But I love that he's in like his older jersey when he was super young. Love the design, gold out of 50. I mean, I don't really care. Yeah, like I'm a Man United fan. I don't care that it's in a different jersey. Ronaldo's Ronaldo, but super sweet card in my opinion.
Dude, this card's sold for $2,500. The Yamal, the man auto. They're really cool.
Yeah, very very cool.
Nice. Yeah, this was like the first Ronaldo that I remember re-releasing with a Sporting Kid that Topps did. I remember when it releases, like, oh, there he is again. Sporting Kid is so long, you know. Man, I'm really bummed about couldn't be out for the year. I know he wasn't having a great season, but still, like, that's the second
redemption.
That's the second time in his career that he's had ACL surgery too. Now,
that's a problem.
I know. I didn't win this, bruh. I got bit up right at the end. This is a competitive night. I don't know how everyone else is feeling. I'm not doing too well in the bids. I really ain't. All I got was the giveaway, which is we love the giveaway. I'm happy we got the giveaway for everyone, but there's a couple cards I really want, to say the least. So see if I can get there. Hopefully. Did I not call it? No, did I call it? It's at 14K now.
That's funny.
I know it over doubled. You're like, yeah, it's gonna be. You said
we
it's
have
gonna
too
be like
much
20
experience in this area.
I mean, to be fair, after all the episodes
We've seen plenty of cards.
I hope. Oh, that Pele's at 11.5K. What a card! What
all
a
right,
card.
now you can put your bid in. I know you've been holding off.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I just wanted to make sure. I want to make sure it go over 10K before I committed to really see it, that other people were interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Just messing around. Oh, you called this one too. It's like this one over like nearly tripled now.
Oh my gosh. What's it at? Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's at 6K now. That Wemby's up to 3.8. Page is still going. There's a clear-cut Bedard going too.
Yeah, hopefully they're better next year. Jeez, that was got a feel for Bedard.
Dude, Joe Adell's on a complete comeback here. I cannot believe this. So Joe Adell, when you talked about prospecting, he was the guy that completely fell off the map. Like, called up twice, did absolutely terrible both times. Like, never turned it around. Awful stats. Was supposed to be. He was like a top 5 prospect. Fun fact, Julian. They lost his color, or he lost, or they're lost his color autos. Everything over gold. So like green, blue, purple.
What?
Refractor. Yeah. There's only base autos and then gold or lower. So he's missing.
They publicly confirmed that. It wasn't like, hey, there's none of these autos.
I don't know if they publicly confirmed it, but I can just tell you that they've never been seen. You know,
that's crazy.
And which meant that at his peak of prospect, his stuff was going insane because there's so little of it compared to other players. And if I look up Joe Adell Orange Auto PSA 10 and I sort by price, funny enough, a PSA 10, it must not have sold during the heyday or something, or maybe there was just none available. I mean,
what now?
What?
What's this guy up to now?
Well, he's good. He's back. He's good again.
Oh,
but that's my point. Is he bounced back because it's $1,000 card now again? He has nearly an 800 OPS, 10 home runs, and he's 25. I mean, he's good. Okay, he's good in compared to what he was. He's above average as a hitter.
Yeah, but hasn't hit what the projections were.
Yeah, no, he hasn't hit what his projections were. But is it good enough to be worth $1,000 at this point? I would say no, personally. Yeah. But still, it's pretty crazy, and that's a big job. Maybe a good one to see what his market's doing overall right now. I am so out on this, sir. I'm so out on this.
Trying to snag a little Vinny action.
No, look at this card.
Oh, yeah.
He signed it, but it's like a super nice rookie card out of 75, and like it's just like circle Sharpie over the card. I don't know. I just don't
Looks like a water fountain that missed his mouth.
like. Well, like that's just like not the card to have signed. Like there's plenty of other cards that have signed that I'm sure look a lot better, but I'm not a huge fan of that. There's a nice Thiago Silva ending. Kind of wanted that. We'll see. Not Chelsea jersey though. That Steph Curry is not 15K, and I'm in a dog fight right now over a card, but I can't win it, which is frustrating because it was like half the value when I started bidding on it.
It always
happens?
Like that. It's unfortunate.
It does always be like that. You're right. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. I'm really trying to figure out if it's worth me going for this and having some toughness understanding. But I'm making progress in figuring it out, so bear with me. I think I'm still going to go for this right now. Okay, I think I just hit my limit. I bid. I hit my limit. I'm calling it there. If I get outbid, I'm done. Yeah, I mean, real music, I guess. Maybe something like Silver, Paint Sharpie would have worked. Or Silver Paint Pen, I meant, not Sharpie.
I endorse this, Big John. Kobe, baby. In Kobe, we trust.
Look into whose market? Whose market were we talking about?
Selling Joe Adele.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bro. Definitely sell an upgraded Kobe White. Why not? I mean, it's always good to go for the PC.
Joe Adele can't go absolutely crazy on the court, carry his team, and score 40.
I don't think Kobe White can hit 10 home runs either in the first quarter of the season.
I wouldn't underestimate Kobe White.
I think baseball might be one of the single hardest sports to ever just like pick up and play. Like it's so difficult. That Steph's still at 15. That Zion officially sold for 7.
Oh my.
How are we doing over there, SCP? Did the mantle go? Is it gone? Yeah, someone really wants this other card. I'm bidding on it. Oh my goodness. Pikachu at 20. Wow. 20K PSA 10 for 1997. It says 95 in the label. 95, 97. Top Sun. We're getting close to the giveaway time, everyone. Elijah Green Orange Auto giveaway coming in hot here soon. So make sure to stay tuned. That Wemmy's up to 4K now. What's up?
What a nice card.
What card?
The one we're giving away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, cool card. Hopefully you can turn it around. Ernie Banks, rookie from 1954. Speaking of 1954, Topps Platinum Anniversary has been a sweet set. We loved opening that on Friday. It was super fun. And I do have a restock that I'm going to be ripping tomorrow. Platinum Anniversary. It's time for more. So I'm definitely ready for it. Yeah, I'm going to start that on Memorial Day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So hopefully if you're not doing anything on Memorial Day, come say hi to me. If you're not doing anything you don't want to say hi to me, that's fine. You see me tonight. So whatever you wish.
The Jordan Star. Oh, this is a controversial topic.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, did you? Why is it controversial in your opinion?
Well, because I know some people are like the 86. They still like hold it in the highest regard. So
yeah, 84 is like the one that was like an XRC released in these like plastic, like I think it was like bags almost. And it's like by far like a scarcer card, and the higher grades are extremely scarce. And the 9 sold for like nearly $1 million. supposedly it's a pop 3, and people say it was the best looking 9. I don't know how you would have seen all 3. Yeah, team bags. There you go, Darth. But yeah, that was a huge sale. It's the most expensive Jordan, like pre-90s card of all time, I think, is what it was. Because there's been higher Jordan cards otherwise, but
It's a good looking card.
it is. I do like it. Team set, no packs. Yeah, so it's a very that's cool. It's a very interesting way for it to release, where it's not a pack issued set. So a lot of people love their pack issued cards, as do I. So some people are scared off, I think, because of that, and I have gotten outbid. I want to keep bidding.
Send it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out the balance of what's too much for what it is. It's the classic.
I feel you.
What do you say?
I feel you. Pros and cons. Pull out the pros and cons list.
Exactly. I don't think it's worth it anymore. By the time I place my next bid and try to win it, I think I'm just gonna have to bow out.
Extensive research. Final conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. All right. I think I'm out. Bye, Gafford.
I'm still going at a card, but
you are?
We're fighting for it. We're fighting for it.
I'm wondering if I fight for it too. No.
Evan Mobley is at 8.7 pre-buyer premium.
God, I do love. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for it.
Don't go for the Evan Mobley, please don't.
No, not the Evan Mobley. Last bid, I said
There's always one more on top of your last bid.
That was the last one, but after this point, just doesn't make sense for the price of the card. But we go for it. Darius Garland Kaboom's actually an interesting card because he doesn't have autograph cards. So I mean, he does, but they're upper deck, they're non-licensed, they're not Panini. So this is a card where, like, if you do think Garland is gonna, maybe lead that Cavs team somewhere, they just fired Bickerstaff, which I don't know what you thought about that. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Like
you've got a team that has struggled so long and they've made it that far. Now I don't know the dynamics of the team so well. He might have lost the locker room.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, they had so many injuries. Bro, they had so many injuries, and they were hanging in some of those games too against the Cavs. I mean, against the Celtics.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think, like, for the season they've had, it worked pretty well.
Yeah, I know. Like, they were in the 2 to 3 seed for a while too. There was like razor thin margins between the 2 to 4 in the Eastern Conference. So I don't know. Like you said, who knows the team dynamics and stuff like that. In a little bit here, we'll launch the giveaway. Got an exquisite Russell Westbrook that's ending tonight. Really low grade here on this LeBron BGS 4 gold refractor out of 99 from Pristine. One of the first Pristine modern releases, or at least one of the more important cards, I should say, from a modern Pristine set is LeBron. There was Pristine before that. Speaking about XRCs, I mean, this was a pack issued card, so it's a little bit different, but Luka Doncic rainbow foil from Real Madrid, PSA 10 UD EuroLeague. This is one that a lot of people have tried to, like, talk about as being, like a first release card, kind of like the Jordan 84. Doesn't really hold, like, I mean, it's obviously expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like, $1,000 for a non-autographed, non-numbered card is a lot. It's Luka, one of the best players in all of the NBA. And it just doesn't feel like it's, like, actually, like, there's no, like, conversations around the card, which maybe is a good thing. Maybe that shows it is more undervalued than what should be at right now. But interesting one nonetheless to think about. Anyone else saying heated bidding wars? Because I haven't won a card personally yet tonight. I think I've only been in bidding wars here, and I am not winning said bidding wars at this moment. What's up, yeah, Mega? How we doing? Sorry if I was too late to respond to that. I think Julian and I are both like locked in right now, trying to win, and I don't know how you're doing, but I'm not. I haven't won
It's
yet.
a losing battle at this moment.
It's a losing battle at this moment. I'm currently in the lead, but I think that we're going to be in the midst of another extension from someone's bid coming soon.
This might be the first time that I'm like, we're gonna get to the point where it's like the final page of cards, and I'm gonna be bidding on one, and then I'm gonna be like, this one because I'm gonna keep but it probably that's probably a bad strategy because I'll be like, I'm gonna tap out after the first bid.
Yeah, exactly. It's Carmelo
the man Frank Thomas, the original like 98.
Yeah, I saw that. It was numbered out of 75 too, which I thought was so interesting. Like the fact that they had like just a card number out of 75. I feel like back then it's like it's numbered out of 100 or it's numbered out of like 25. Yeah. You know, like there's not very many like variations of numberings.
Nah, you want to one of the worst looking 101s I've seen in a while. The Jalen Williams Spectra. Ugh.
I suppose his name wrong.
Yeah.
They call that nebula?
Dude, what is that?
I call this a UFO abduction.
Yeah.
Look, he's getting like it's like the whatever you call it.
I call it mid-dubula.
That was so bad. That did not work. You tried though, A for effort.
I tried. It went like mid sentence. I was like, this isn't gonna work. I committed though.
I committed. Gotta love a guy that's got some commitment in him. The nebs
at some point.
Probably at some point. Yeah, I think there were like some nebulas there maybe out too, or I know Optic Contenders there's nebulas out too, so I don't know necessarily.
I might have to tap out of this one card.
There's a Popeye card. You want a Popeye card? That's a J card. That's a J card if I've ever seen one.
That's a J card.
It's actually a Japanese Popeye card, I think.
Wow.
Andre Iguodala Finals MVP.
There's a lot of those tie-dyes. I didn't know
there were a ton.
There was like someone selling all their tie-dyes.
Definitely there were. There's tons. My friends are just popping off in the group chat right now, raging about this game and how bad Towns is. They absolutely hate him.
Yeah, dude. You can, at least Edwards stepped up, but like some of these guys are like had disappeared.
3 straight games of 16 or less points on like 20% shooting is not acceptable.
When you have Kyle Anderson bringing up the ball and cooking, that's when you know it's a problem.
Yeah, you don't have the offensive support there. I think McDaniels had a nice game again. Yeah, they're definitely cooked. We are nearly at 10 o'clock. Once we hit 10, I will launch the giveaway. Well, that's kind of a cool Michael Strahan. I used to like Michael Strahan a lot.
Yeah, I'm tapping out.
He tapped out.
That was the Brock Bowers rambling man.
I was wondering if you're going for it. What's that?
With buyer's premium, it's at what is it?
140 now.
Yeah, like 170. I'm just so hesitant with the tight ends when they're taken high. I'm just getting flashes of Pitt, man. I don't know with him. I think he has so much potential to do good, but like people just don't buy tight ends as much as they should.
Well, they do if it's Kelsey or Kittle. The problem is that his quarterback situation as of right now is looking bleak. I mean, who do they have there right now? Is it O'Connell again?
Or Aiden
Yeah,
O'Connell?
yeah, it's looking bleak right now, which I think if he landed on the Jets, this card is well over 200 easily right now, you know? Like that would have been the landing spot that got the people going. And we have officially hit 20 grand on the Steph Curry post buyers premium. So when I sat there and said, hey, 67.50 seems pretty crazy for this card, but you know, extended bidding might do its thing. Extended bidding has done its thing. Also, extended bidding is really making me irritated about this card I'm trying to win, which I have been going back and forth with someone on for like 4 windows now. All right. We hit 10 o'clock. Let's launch the giveaway. 4 minutes, everyone, to get your number ones in. Appreciate y'all coming to another episode tonight. Hopefully y'all are having a great Memorial Day weekend. Lots of sports today, lots of sports tomorrow. Brewers baseball against the Cubs tomorrow. And the Cubs have got a late one tonight. You love to see it. They're going to get home late. Then they have to play tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Hopefully they're tired. Whip them.
Yeah, I think I'm tapping. I really want this Paige Becker's super. I'm tapping out. I don't have that slapshot ceremony.
You're bidding on it?
I put 1 bid in.
Oh, I was considering putting a bid in. It's at like 15 now, isn't it?
It's still at a really good price, I think. But
I mean, I think it'll hit 2 grand. It seems like it keeps on inching.
Yeah, someone keeps bidding it 10 seconds.
But that's what happened with me, right? Did I win this?
That's so unfortunate. I know that the other person's probably fuming.
I finally won.
Yeah.
Not the page, but currently the French Open is starting. She plays tomorrow in her first round matchup, I believe, tomorrow morning. Okay. I've had a lot of Coco golf cards over the last year, sold a decent amount of Coco golf cards after a U.S. Open win, and really like this one. My favorite color is blue. This is like my favorite blue color right here. And number on 99 PSA 10, just under 400. It's a good buy. It's not a great buy. I was trying to get this in like the 275 to 300 range. So I'm kind of just like at market in general on this right now, but absolutely love Coco, what she stands for, how she plays. Super fun to watch. She battles every point. Not the most powerful forehand yet, but she is super young and could still and could definitely still develop hopefully a more powerful forehand. But she's ridiculous in defense. Super fun to watch. So I'm looking for the French Open starting and watching that. But happy to get that. Just not quite as good of a deal as I was hoping for, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain about it. It's probably a little bit right at or under market. So it's all good. I'm happy to get it though. I need to get one nice Coco back. I got a couple Coco cards, but nothing that's numbered or that well graded. So I'll take it. Dub is what I say. W.
Dub.
All right, we got a bunch of thank you, CC. Thank you, CC. I appreciate it. I love tennis. Used to play a lot. I played in 8th grade and senior year, and I trained like a ton in middle school.
I don't know.
My mom was a tennis player in high school. Good one at that.
She's actually beast on the pickleball.
Yeah. So no, I played 2 years between 8th grade and senior year. I only didn't play in high school because of AAU. I would have played all of high school if it wasn't for AAU. Don't be a one-sport athlete, kids. I'm just kidding.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like in retrospect,
when you're younger, play as many as you can.
AAU was fun because I had a lot of fun, like, memories with teammates and stuff and playing tournaments, but it was like a lot. And I don't know if the payoff was worth it unless you like are dead set on like D1 recruit, you know what I'm saying? But if you're like anywhere between like fringe, like D3 to not, like, honestly, like if you like another sport, just play another sport. I wish I played tennis all 5 years in a row. That would have been awesome.
Kind of wish I had picked up lacrosse.
My brother, I played lacrosse in 4th grade, and my brother stuck with it. He was goalie, dude. You have to be some sort of psycho to be goalie.
I would not want to be goalie.
You definitely, you gotta have some sort of wire loose. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, you have to have something in you that's like not like a fear factor, because like he would come home with these massive welts on his legs, like crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. All right, giveaway closed.
Gotta start training Clark.
Thank you, Adam, for saying smash the like button. I appreciate your support. I'm going to make sure I don't miss any names this week. I know we had a little bit of a little bit of an issue last week.
True.
May have been Julian's fault.
Happened that I've seen. So
May have been Julian's fault.
okay, that's happened.
I'm joking. No, he was bidding on this Brock Bowers CC. It's Brock Bowers gold auto.
Brock
Julian,
Bowers.
you come up empty-handed tonight?
Yeah, but that's not that out of the blue. If you had come up empty-handed, that would have been kind of strange. But yeah, I was done for some of these. Paige Becker's $1,800. Not terrible. Not terrible at all.
It's sold.
The only reason is that I have a hesitation is because a certain other Paige Becker sold for a similar price recently that someone bought. And it's in my opinion, way sicker. So
yeah, I like the masterpieces a lot. I actually personally think that the football ones look a little bit better, but I probably biased. I pulled a Bo Nix and it looked insane in hand. But I mean, that's a sick card. I love Paige, and that's a great card.
I think we're under a page.
Are we already? I'm about to pull up the giveaway.
I think.
Under a page. Haha, you get it? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's pick a card, sir. I mean, we got 23 seconds, so you can pick one that goes green before this window ends. I'm going to be...
Mine's glitching. None of them are green.
None of mine are either.
But they're lighting up.
Oh, are they? Oh, no, I refreshed. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's really weird. I'm going to go with the Shakespeare. I know it's got a bid.
I think the 1988 Master Slam of I'm not going to try and say those names. It's one of that one.
Oh, yeah, I got you. That's definitely an out there one. All right, I'm going to pull up the giveaway. Yeah, it's kind of odd. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I think it was just that one.
Yeah, you got a bid.
Yeah.
All right, giveaway time, everyone. Good luck. Elijah Green, orange auto giveaway coming in hot.
Which card did you choose? Sorry.
I chose the Shakespeare.
Nice card.
1. 2. Give me counterproof.
Sorry, counterproof. Apologize for that. I'm going to go with Sports Card Professor, SCP.
I fail again.
Hector.
I literally don't know how it's possible. But Hector, congratulations. Congratulations, Hector. Make sure to email info@slabstocks.com and provide us with your character key, sir.
Hector.
And you will get the giveaway from us, Elijah Green. There you go. Congratulations. Yes, it is a slam dunk card. I've never actually heard of this before. Must be this is the same name actually as the Pokemon cards. It must be a manufacturing company that also made some sort of basketball cards. I've never seen that in my life actually. Darth, if you have any info, please feel free to comment.
We're still going.
Is my Shakespeare guy? Oh,
yep.
Still going. I see it.
Pull up the green card. That's how the green card though.
Yes. Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, did he say what was it?
Can we see?
Oh, yeah. I got you, bro. There we go. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Like I say, he's been struggling, but it's a really nice on-card orange auto. And you never know. He might turn it around. I mean, he was a really highly rated prospect coming out of the draft in 2020. All right, am I done skis?
We're both still going.
We're both. Ooh, we might have a battle to the finish here. You never know.
It's been a while since that. Usually you've been just get knocked out.
I have been getting knocked out pretty early on recently, honestly. "15 seconds. Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this this T-Wolves series anymore.
3-0. I think it's fair to say we know.
Yeah, I would love to see a 4-game comeback, but that seems few and far between that ever happens in any sport. Hockey, I remember it happened. I think it was the Blue Jackets that blew it against the Lightning, or is it vice versa? I can't remember. Something like that, maybe like 5 years ago. My Shakespeare is still running.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Actually, I don't know why I just cheered for you.
I caught him. I am out though.
Oh, yeah. Suck it, loser.
Oh, nope, I'm still in.
What?
Take that, sir. Went up to 210.
Jay, stop bidding, bro.
Thank you, Jay.
I'm feeling very confident right now. This one keeps getting a bid, but I'm probably just jinxed it.
Yeah, Mewtwo that's signed by maybe the
I
artist.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, but nobody drew Mewtwo. It's funny.
Signed by Mewtwo. Him,
Mewtwo
her,
himself.
their self.
I think Mewtwo is a lab-grown test tube.
Signed by the test tube.
Yeah. Specimen. Shakespeare's still in it. We still in it.
Not out. Come on. No, not again. If this happens again, I'm not happy. No way. There's not. Oh, yes.
I'm out.
Na. Come on. It's been a while since I've won this. But I have won both. Just to put that out there. Aaron can't say the same.
What?
I said it's been a while since I've won this, but I have won this and the guessing the name, which I can't say.
You have. That's true.
Sputnik.
I was like, what? I didn't realize there was one of these 19. I had a card, a 1950. I might still have it. A space card. I have one for 1957. I bought one like 3 years ago in here, 2 years ago.
Really?
Yep. Well, it looks like that Julian actually is having some good luck tonight.
I call it skill, baby.
I suppose that's one way to put it.
They both get bids.
I think you're still going, man. We hang out until Julian's inevitably loses.
Okay.
I'm actually like not very confident that this is going to result in a W for me. So we shall see.
What do you mean a W for you?
W meaning you lose.
Oh. Oh.
No, I'm joking. Obviously, it's not a W for me, but I was pretty confident that we were both going to get knocked out, but now I'm not.
Yeah. Who's we? You know the meme? It's like, we? Who's we?
No.
You probably don't. You don't really spend time on social media.
I mean, I do, just not necessarily consuming, other than sports information, which
I consume. We still going.
Yeah, I know. This is kind of getting a little ridiculous here.
At the very least, I need to be on the podium.
That thing was at like $40 when you picked it. That Luke, oh my goodness. A certified gold rookie out of 10 of Luca's at 4.3.
Certified bucket. Still going. Luca got another bid. Mine is yet. Come on. Oh no, this is the longest it's gone without getting a bid. I'm getting a little nervous.
You cooked?
Usually it's right away. Come on. Someone wants this. This card's sick. It's like, aha, yeah.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
It's like a $500 card, easy. Okay, that was probably not serious. Don't.
Yeah, don't take that for for fact.
All of them got bids now.
This has been probably the longest you've lasted picking the card in a while. I mean, I know I haven't done very, very well at it recently.
Definitely. Gafford posterized Rudy.
Yeah, did you see that lob? Watch
No.
it.
Overtime posted NBA Finals is set.
Well, both are 3-0, right?
Yeah.
Stinks. Waiting.
I don't know. Derek
Waiting.
Lively got injured.
Yeah, did you see it? Watch the video. Bro, he got kneed in the back of the head so hard by Cat. Not on purpose. But no. Yeah, dude. Very, very brutal. It's not great at all. Somehow, some way, this is not over yet. And everyone's like, just hanging here, waiting to save Julian Dubs. That's what I'm doing. At this point, I won my Coco. I'm happy.
Man City posted today. I'm only getting it because collabed with the Premier League. History makers. First comment. Mark Goldbridge's stream had more people at it than at your parade.
That's funny.
Top 3. We're on the podium, baby. Come on.
Yes, respect to Julian for this one.
The dub. Give me the dub. That Luka overpriced. Don't buy it. Sputnik. Who cares about Sputnik?
You got to assume that Lively got it's a concussion off of that, right?
Oh yeah. He might have blacked out. That was like that's the worst when you can't see it coming.
Yeah.
Like most head injuries, like obviously you don't see coming, but like you like kind of like bracing. Like he's probably falling down thinking nothing's happening behind him.
No, that did not look great.
Come on. Knock the Luka out and then it's 1v1 versus Sputnik. Sputnik don't want the smoke. Luka's gone.
Are you still there?
Target acquired, baby. Sputnik.
Oh my gosh. Target acquired.
Please.
Here it is. It's all down to this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is he cooked?
No, it's not over yet. I have faith. I know somebody wants that slam dunk.
17 seconds.
Oh, getting a little worried.
12 seconds.
Okay, now we're starting to panic. No.
3, 2, 1. Le who the head. Loser.
Oh.
Loser.
We'll take that. It's the best I've done in a while.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's a good Piastri finish right there. All right, well, that wraps it up, everyone. Thanks for hanging out for the extra 10 minutes or so as Julian tried to get a dub. No dub. But dub for me with Coco Blue PSA 10 win tonight. I hope everyone had a great episode, a fun time. Hector got a nice dub with giveaway. And we will be back next Sunday night for another episode. Julian, thanks for joining. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. And we'll see you all this week on Fanatics Live if you join there or next week on YouTube. See you, everyone. Have a great weekend.